Hi, this is a Gypsy Rover. Oh, I guess as we get more brighter sunshine today, and that, and just getting all prepared for tonight, and tonight's Hunter's Cabin Haunted House. This is the last one till next year. To let you know that this is being operated. Excuse me, got the hiccups. This is actually being operated out of my own home. So it is for live Facebook video stream for Halloween and that kind of thing, which is tonight is Halloween, and that will fit into the when we did the Dark Hunter's Cabin challenge and that kind of thing. So these shows it does fit into those. And anyhow, tonight is the last final night of Hunter's Cabin, and tonight is going to be a very, very spooky night. Uh, the haunted displays are set up between two rooms. In the Dark Hunter's Cabin challenge, it was done in that room and the front living room. Now we are down to this video lounge room that I'm in now, and the other studio lounge room, and that kind of thing. So we are now set up between both rooms. So and then we'll walk you through the haunted house. Then we're gonna come back here, then set the camera up, and then it's just gonna go into a big Hunter's Cabin party hoedown on here live, and that'll be pretty good. And um, so this is the actual Dark Hunter's Cabin Halloween haunted Halloween night, that because of that the characters that in the story didn't make it to this party and that kind of thing. So again, this is the haunted Hunter's Cabin hoedown party, if you want to call it that. So there's going to be a lot of enjoyable. You've seen the introduction countdown party in the Dark Hunter's Cabin challenge on how that started out. It'll be a little bit like that. And there is, like I said, it is actually a drug-free show. So and that, so there is and that, so it's basically it's going to be Pepsi Cola or whatever, that kind of thing. So this is more of a that, so which will be actually blended in with the Halloween props. So again, it'll actually be blended in with the props. So again, there is so that way so whatever is being used in the Halloween props, it's going to be blended in. But again, like I said, it is an actual drug-free show. So again, there is no illegal drugs on here because we don't allow that and that kind of thing on these live streams. For this, and anyways, if you were sitting here in my apartment, we would not be allowed to have people sitting here puffing on a bong or whatever, that kind of thing, because that alone doesn't look good. But if it's a few glasses of wine or something like that, I wouldn't care about that, but again, this is, like I said, tonight's Hunter's Cabin is going to contain two rooms. It is going to contain this lounge video room. Then there's going to be a walk into the other haunted room, because this room will be going with sound effects light up. Sound effects are still going to go and that kind of thing. Since it's still extra daylight for some reason, it should have gotten dark by now, but it's taking a little longer tonight to get dark. Not like last night, totally, it went dark very quick. Like this morning, it went dark very early, because we had a bit of that hailstorm. But tonight, we're just waiting until darkness hits, and then Hunter's Cabin is going to awake. Again, you won't see the replicant from last night that was out until next year, until Devil's Night next year, because that only comes out 2 nights around Halloween. So that comes out the 2 nights before Halloween. So, and that, so it doesn't come out right on Halloween night. So so tonight is Halloween, so which is Tuesday, October 31st. So tonight is going to be the last final Hunter's Cabin. That will end the actual Hunter's Cabin shows. There may actually be the unveiling of Ian's hood, that kind of thing. The ghost of Ian, his hood or whatever, you know, on that. So later on, we will show you what was used for the Pepsi Cola, what was used for the Witch's Brew, if you want to call it that. But again, it is going to be blended in with the props. So so that way it is, and that so like I said, it's going to be a fun night. So and that so these are so some of these haunted house shows here that I'm putting on, adults can actually sit back and enjoy watching, because sometimes too they can get a little comical. There's times where some of these shows do get a little comical. If you look at the introductional party to this party, in the Dark Hunter's Cabin Challenge, you go back and look at that. I viewed my own shows, and they were actually quite comical if you really look at it, and that kind of thing. And some of them were quite funny. And again, like I said, this is. With it being Halloween, this is going to be a haunted Halloween night. If this tonight does get a little comical, that is good, because again, good comical. That way, because Hunter's Cabin, like I said, is a very, 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 very frightening story, and also too, comedy. It breaks off the twist a little bit. What can break the nightmare channels from anybody ever having nightmares. So again, it's that's why I said Hunter's Cabin can be a very, 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 very frightening place, a very frightening story, and that kind of thing. So that's not even the Dark Hunter's Cabin Challenge. That's why it was broken. The actual introduction party, on top of the story being told, it was actually broken. It was actually blended with. At that time, a little bit of music, because of the fact that so it wouldn't be so frightening, and that kind of thing is to bring the actual frightness of it down a bit, and that kind of thing, because like I said, Hunter's Cabin is a very can be a horrorgraphical story. It is a very frightening story, and that kind of thing. It is a good one for all you horror movie fans. Like, I like my horror movies, but again, Hunter's Cabin is got a very, very frightening side to it, and could give you nightmares. So what we do is we try to make it also replicate that haunted house from the real Hunter's Cabin, and make it frightening, yes, but make it a little less frightening. So what we do is we cover up the actual frightening of it, if we can, or bring it down a bit. That way it doesn't get too frightening on people, and that kind of thing. Because actually, also too, with it being Halloween, it can be very, very frightening. And right now I'm kind of lighting up like an angel. And that's not good for Halloween night. Not when I'm going into actually coming into like a full haunted house. So again, I mean, but I can't wait till nighttime when these curtains actually go like a dark, thick red. Because the sun's done shining through it. And by the way, the Witch's Brew is going to be preset. I think our good two twins, native headless hunters, Ian and Ivan, their two ghosts are working on that right now, I think. And I think they went and did a run somewhere. I don't know where they got it from, but and that. So, like, I mean, it's too. If you do decide to pop in and actually visit while the streams are going on, and you could you can actually be live here on one of my live streams, and that if you drink pop or whatever, bring your own in, that kind of thing, because it's not one of those things that where there's somebody can be selling it. it's not one of those things this year. It's my private home, and it's just running as a private Halloween party. So that kind of thing, and that. So again, that, like I said, this is this is more of a more private show. So this is like this is a lot. Even though it goes on Facebook, yes, it does go public. But you will actually like if you get a chance to actually sit on one of my live recording shows, that kind of thing. You can bring your own stuff in like that, and that kind of thing. It is I can't supply that because for the alcohol end of it, I don't have a license to actually sell it. I'm not selling it. So I went to the store and bought my own, so out of my own pocket and that kind of thing. So that way it saves the hassle. It saves the trouble because it's just a private night. Just friends getting together, that kind of thing, having a little scare, having a little haunted house, and that kind of thing, to celebrate Halloween, to honor Halloween, and that kind of thing tonight. And that, I don't know if Cody's on his way over. Like he said, he was going to come over for this. I don't know if he's coming over or what he's doing tonight. If he comes over, he comes over. If not, I'm not worried about that. That kind of thing. At least I get some quiet while I'm doing a haunted house. No, just kidding. And oh yeah, then we don't have to actually see the ghost of Buzzsaw on here because that'll actually spook you all. Because, by the way, he is a captured character of Hunter's Cabin, by the way. He never made it out of Hunter's Cabin. So, that's why we call him the Ghost of Buzzsaw. But no, he's walking around downtown fine as a bird or whatever. I seen him today at the bank. And that, but his character, Buzzsaw, according to the story, is actually ghosterized for Halloween. So his ghost, his soul, is actually the devil's territory tonight. So it is because he didn't survive Hunter's Cabin. He's a ghost of Hunter's Cabin here. So and that's why I said, so if he was to show up here on a live stream tonight, he'd spook everyone. Again, that's what I said. So like in this story, he's a story character that is actually caught by Hunter's Cabin. But really, in reality, no, he still walks around town, does his own thing, and that kind of thing. But and that, so Pringles Pete, oh, he's here too. He's been a fool all week, the whole month of October. While we were doing even the Dark Hunter's Cabin challenge before he became a ghost, he was got to be the biggest fool on here. Hey, Gypsy Rover, you calling me a dummy again? No, Pringles Pete. T, I told you I do Pringles Pete. I do that really good. In the Dark Hunter's Cabin challenge, that's why I'm letting you let it slip, because it's Halloween. So again, you get to see who actually does the voices, so, and that kind of thing, behind the haunted fireplace and that. So that's why I don't switch the camera over on purpose, so you get to actually see who's doing Pringles Pete before it actually scares you, and that kind of thing, and that. So again, you will see the unveiling of Ian and Ivan. Mostly Ian, because Ian's the witch. So the ghost of a headless ghost of the one of the twin native headless hunters of the ghost of him, of Ian, was also on top of that, being a headless headhunter. He was also a witch. So again, that's what I said. He is out getting stuff for witches, to put together a witch's brew of some kind. I don't know where he's kind of planning on getting it. Anyhow, he's out moaning around for that, and of course Pringle P is still out. No, he's here, but he was out, roaming around for Pringles, and I'm sitting here with a half can of Pringles, and he ain't having any. And that, so, I'm surprised he's not even listening to that one. Did you hear a word I said, Pringles Pete? Yay, Gypsy Rover, I heard what you said, and you're gonna share those dang Pringles if I gotta tickle them out of you. Okay. Or you'll lose your head on that wicker square one more time there, Gypsy Rover. Oh, no. I got a haunted house to put on tonight. Ian and Ivan always got me once, like they got you before you hit the door. You actually hit the floor before you hit the door. Yeah, don't rub it in, Gypsy. Yeah, see what I mean? We have the coolest conversations, don't we? Anyhow, coming from a camera stand this time, last time you used a vacuum cleaner. I told you calling me a dummy. I'm not calling you a dummy. Yeah, you were. Okay, we'll see you later, okay, Pringles Pete? Yeah, Gypsy Rover, we'll catch you later. Okay, phew. Now something shuts him up. Anyhow, so there's a little example on how I do those voices, how I pick up the Southern United States accent, and that kind of thing. I get it. So I get a real kick out of that one, and that kind of thing. So anyhow, what's a little bit of Halloween humor and that kind of thing. You gotta like Halloween. It only comes once a year, and that kind of thing. But again, we are now at the Hunter's Cabin dark Halloween haunted Hunter's Cabin party that these characters never made it to because all these fools were too busy trying to run back across the Wicker Square to escape Hunter's Cabin and couldn't do it, and they all got caught. And even I got caught. So so my ghost in this haunted house is actually replicated, and in the dark, again, it is going to be set up so you're going to be able to see the ghost of Ian. I'm surprised he talked all the way through. We heard them. Remember when we first you were introduced to them in the Dark Hunter's Cabin Challenge? We were even surprised for this time around, for this haunted part of the house, haunted cabin part. You would actually hear from them and that kind of thing. But again, yeah. Anyhow, that's what's going to be going on tonight. Tonight is the last night for Hunter's Cabin because it is Halloween night, and that we're going to enjoy Halloween night, and it is going to start out with the tour of the haunted house from this room to the other room because both rooms I do have set up. You could probably notice that from the last nights, but the replicant that was out last night is not out tonight. That replicant only comes out on Devil's Night, or the night before Devil's Night, and the night of Devil's Night. Now it is technically Halloween. That other replicant was locked down, put away last night, and so you won't see that till next year, and that kind of thing. So that is well secured. That is put away, and that kind of thing. And so anyhow, we are going to get into the haunting end of it really soon once it gets dark. I would mind you tonight, MFers right now has got to change plans last minute, which is pretty good because they're voting on where they should. They've got two offers. One is Abandoned Hospital in Niagara Falls, Ontario. It was with Fog TV is going to go on a authentical ghost hunt there, or they're going to go to the Screaming Tunnel in Niagara Falls, Ontario. And so I think there's a voting poll that was put up on Mike's page all day today. I'm not sure which one actually won. I don't know if it was the Abandoned Hospital that won, or was it the Screaming Tunnel. Has a majority of the MFers wanting to see. So, and also to which direction our friend Mr. Paul Lucer is going to go to investigate paranormal activity. So, where his team's going to go in. So the MFers are going to be taking a live coverage of that tonight on MFers and that kind of thing. Which actually tonight for sure I will be missing tonight. Because I've got this haunted house that's going to be up and running soon, and because it's Halloween, this is my big thing, and so anyhow, this is going to be you had the pickup sound last night. Now this is going directly to the haunted dark haunted, dark Halloween haunted Hunter's Cabin Party Hoedown, and this is, and then you won't see. Then it completes the Dark Hunter's Cabin Challenge. These shows do, and also too next year there won't be the Dark Hunter's Cabin Challenge card game of it. It'll be for the whole month of October. It is all going to be all dolled up, and it is going to be one big haunted house all the way through every night, that kind of thing. Yeah, we're going to keep the parties, so if we can, and because they're always the funnest to see, and always sometimes the funniest, and that kind of thing. And so anyhow, just seeing how that Witches Brew has come along. I don't know. Ian doesn't like to be bothered when he's making that kind of thing, because people keep asking him for a copy of his recipes and he won't give it out, and that kind of thing. He's a little. He's very so secret society of it. Meaning he's got that. He's got that secret society kind of personality and that kind of thing. He keeps everything so top secret. Anyhow, and he's working on that. And so, again, you may see him floating around the haunted house spooking you tonight. Maybe he may not even talk tonight. We don't know. He may not. Some nights he does. Some nights he don't. And that kind of thing. But again, after tonight's stream, or probably during tonight's stream, before we actually get into the fun part of the haunted house, again, it's going to be the Sounds of Halloween. It's going to start out of, and then it's going to go into the big party hoedown. So that'll be pretty good and that kind of thing. So during the haunted part, it is, the hood is actually going to come down, and you're going to get to actually see who's under that hood. And you guys if you already know who's under that hood, don't give that away till the hood is actually unveiled, and that kind of thing, and that. So that'd be pretty cool, and that. And anyhow, and we'll catch you very shortly after dark. We are live here in Hunter's Cabin again for one last time for this Halloween night tonight, and sweet dreams, and we'll see you across that wicker square. Have a great night, guys, and don't be afraid.